Okay, is this thing on? Are you are we, are we in here? Are we actually are we filming right now? I hope so. Oh, I know I'm out of frame because it's on manual. It's not an automatic, but it's okay. You'll see me. You'll see me fine now. Whoa! Intro. Sup, guys? How y'all doing? Um, so today I wanted to do a quick video. Hope it's a quick video, at least relative to the last one. In a different sport, not inline hockey, not any sort of hockey. Lacrosse. So we're looking at the Premier Lacrosse League. If you haven't heard of this league, it's an interesting league because it's not the traditional, sports league where you have a team from such and such city versus another team from another city. No, this is a tour league, kind of like WWE or something. You know what I mean? Like wrestling, kind of like I don't know, like the MMA. No, they're always in Las Vegas, but you know what I mean. They tour. They go to different cities and they play in those cities. I'm not sure exactly how it works out. Maybe it's like a week in a city and it'll be all their teams play within that week against each other, something like that. I'm not exactly sure how the format works out, but that's the gist of it. So this league, I don't know how old it is, but it's not too old. Um, but I know that recently they had a merger with Major League Lacrosse. Major League Lacrosse is, it's pretty old. It's, I think, from the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the Premier Lacrosse League had a merger. Not much of a merger, just one team, the Boston Cannons. So I'm going to be ranking these logos. Starting at number 9, we have the Redwoods Lacrosse Club, I think. It's Lacrosse Club. I think most of them have LC after it. But anyways, Redwoods. It's not a bad logo. I don't think any of these logos are too bad, actually. I think all the logos from all these teams are at least decent. So this one, I guess, is gonna be at least decent. You got a bear. I'm guessing it's a brown bear, a grizzly, because it's brown. So it's not a black bear. And redwoods, I think of California, and that's gonna be grizzly bears. So it has, that star there. This is looking more and more like a California team, even though it's a tour league. They're not actually from any place, but it's called Redwoods. That's in California. It has a bear and a star. So that's the flag of California right there. So I'm not sure. It's not a bad logo. You got that wood grain in the back of the, it's in the background, along with the shield. It has some cool typography, very Western. Some mountains underneath the bear, underneath the redwoods typography, underneath that word mark, and underneath that it says Lacrosse Club. That's cool. I mean, I don't think it's a bad logo. It's just the bear kind of throws me off. It's kind of an ugly bear. I don't like the eyes too much, and it's not very intimidating. It just looks like not a fat bear, but a chubby bear. Like, it looks like a bear that's out of shape. And the colors don't really pop. Colors are okay, but they just don't do much for me. So number 8 is the expansion team of this league. You had the merger with the MLL, which just, gave fruit to one team. But then after that, they created another team, the Water Dogs. Now, I've seen dogs that have, when I think water dogs, I'm thinking about the dogs that retrieve ducks after you shoot them down after duck hunting. I don't know. That's what I thought a water dog might be, but I guess not. But this dog doesn't even look like one of those dogs. It just kind of looks like a purple, like a light purple Rottweiler. And I don't associate Rottweilers with this activity of retrieving ducks. So right off the bat, this logo doesn't make much sense for me. It has a water droplet in the back, like the shape of a water droplet. That's the only thing that I see where it's like it refers to, to the name. And of course it's a dog, so water dog. So but I'm seeing a water droplet and a dog. I'm not seeing a water dog. Anyways, this Rottweiler is biting down on a lacrosse cross. I think those sticks are called crosses. It's not a bad logo. It just makes no sense to me, to be honest. It's just a tiny bit better than the Redwoods team. And to be honest, that opinion can go back and forth because it's not much of a difference as far as aesthetics go. They both kind of in the same meh zone for me. Number 7, the Archers. Now, I'm not thrilled with this logo either, but it's cleaner than the last two. So it has that going for it. The A represented by what looks like a modern arrowhead, not necessarily a traditional one, but I mean, this arrowhead is the type of arrowhead that you take to actually, shoot at animals and bring them down. It's like a compound bow is what you use with this arrowhead. That's what it looks like to me, anyways. Yeah, it's a nice logo, and in the fact that it's well identifiable as that orange stroke around the shield and the word mark is easy to identify. That A is easy to identify. It says Archers, nice and big, so you could actually, you know the name of the team. The color combination is not that great. It's like this navy blue with a dark blue and then like this pale orange, I guess. It's not a very thrilling color combination, but at least it's not as busy as the other two logos. At number 6, you have the Cannons, and this is the team that came from the Major League Lacrosse. They were the Boston Cannons, but now since they're in this format, they're just the Cannons. Cannons Lacrosse Club, I guess. As far as I can tell, it sticks to the aesthetics of the old Cannons logo, but it's slightly different. It's been modified a little bit. Now, this is not a bad logo. I see the Cannons, and to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the Columbus Blue Jackets logos, like any of them, except for the very first ones. The ones with the blue jacket, the blue jacket, the animal, the stinger. Is he called stinger? I forgot what it's called. But yeah, with that little insect, I missed that. So this is where I think the Cannons, where the Blue Jackets might want to take their cues as far as Cannons are involved in their logo. Maybe. Because to me, it works out here. It actually looks good. Definitely the colors are awesome. That gray, the red, white, blue is a great combination. And I love the fact that you have that ball. It looks like it's a cannonball, but then it's also like the ball for lacrosse. And it's like right underneath the cannons, and it's right in the little pouch of the cross. So it makes perfect sense. I mean, you can visualize the ball coming out of the cross with the force of a cannon. So, and it even has these little blasts coming out the sides. It's a visual logo, and it's a nice one. It's actually a clean one, so I like it. Now, number 5, you have the Atlas. Now, I have it at number 5 and above the Cannons just because aesthetically speaking, I think it's a nicer logo. I like the colors. It's colors that you don't see too often put together, except for, I guess, the Columbus Blue Jackets alternative jersey. But I don't understand what is I don't understand what's the theme of this team. Atlas Lacrosse Club. I'm not gonna think of a longhorn bull, to have anything to do with the word Atlas. To me, it just makes no sense. I don't get it at all. Why do you have this bull, or maybe some sort of ox, some sort of bovine animal, and then it says Atlas. I don't get it. So for this one, Atlas Shrugged. Number 5, you have the whip snakes, right? Yeah, the whip snakes. What's a whip snake? I don't know. I don't know what a whip snake is, but it makes sense. I mean, you look at the logo, it's a cool logo. It's the little basket of the cross, but then it's a snake in the shape of that. So that's cool. And it even makes an S for, I guess, for the shortened version of the name, the snakes. I'm sure they don't always call them the whip snakes, though. Probably the snakes, right? So again, I like the color combination. It's a cool color combination. It's not used too often. It's like this toothpaste blue, with a nice bright red. It's a cool logo. Well, if you remember, I did not like too much how the Vipers, St. Louis Vipers logo looked. This was just too much of this whole thing here. This is simpler. This is nicer, and it makes sense, the shape of it. It's not just a hot mess, you know. I don't feel like I'm looking at Medusa over here. So yeah, I like this logo, and it almost could have easily have been number 1, number 2, number 3, to be honest. Now, at number 3, you have the chrome. To me, this logo is weird for me, because on one level I'm like, it's a silly logo. I'm not the biggest fan of the name, the chrome, but at the same time, it's kind of a badass logo, dude. It's this like night looking thing, but then it reminds me of Knight Rider too, like kind of Miami Vice colors going. So yeah, I could definitely picture myself being a fan of this team, and where that could go. I mean, how I dress up, man, with a friggin' Knight's helmet, but looking like Miami Vice at the same time is cool. My biggest complaint, really, I think, is not the wings on the side of the ears. I think that's kind of cool. I would like that helmet to go up a little bit, you know, so that the triangle, so it's like more in the middle of the triangle. It looks like it's on the bottom of the triangle. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I'm not digging that. To me, it doesn't balance well. As far as the lettering, the chrome, the type, it reminds me of like old school, like maybe like computer games. Like when I was a kid, the computer games would look very much like that, like the typography. I think it's a cool logo. I think it has plenty of potential. As far as being a fan of this, I mean, man, you would have fun just dressing up as a Vice Knight. That's cool, dude. So yeah, I really like that aspect of it. Now, number 2, and the last team, is the Chaos. To me, this logo just has the best aesthetics. I like the gray with the red with the black and the white. I like that color combination. I like the balance of this logo. I like where the scorpion lands in the shield. To me, this is the superior logo of all the teams. It is done correctly. It is done super right. The only problem I find in this logo is the word chaos, but that's pretty fitting, isn't it? Because it's chaotic. It kind of throws it off balance. The way that they do those letters. That's my only complaint, really. I just noticed that the S has the little scorpion tail. That's cool. But this is definitely a logo that I can back up, that I would be super proud to wear on my chest. I think it's the most beautiful of these logos. So I'm a super fan. I'm a big fan of it. But if you notice, I said that was the last team, and it is the last team. But my favorite logo of this whole league is the league logo. That PLL to me is such a clean logo. Those colors are perfect. You know, that yellow, that black, that white, so seductive, so seductive. That cross, basket, whatever you call that thing, done right. It's perfect balance. It's an awesome logo, man. Premier Lacrosse League. I love your logo the most. I don't know what to say. That's number 1. Yeah, I love the way that PLL comes down, is like in a column. But then on the other side, you have the stick, the basket of the stick. It creates like this duality, like it's almost like it almost gives it like a versus feel to it. It makes the logo dramatic. So I'm a big fan of this logo. I love the stripes behind the basket of the stick. The shape of the shield. I mean, I think it's an awesome logo. What can I say? And it's Wu-Tang colors. Come on. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good one. Peace.